All right, this is Stephen Tribby and Catherine Mitchell with Ethical Hacking. We're recording our final Hack the Box presentation here. We're doing the NineTail box, and we've been asked to do a pen testing report based on this box specifically. We only made it to the user text, so we're going to show you how we got that one, and we'll show you a couple of different things that you need to use along the way, what certain things are, what we're going to be using, stuff like that. But first off, what we're going to do is we're going to start with Nmap here, and we are just going to do a quick scan of our target, and we're going to see what ports we get. Might take us a second here. It's thinking about it. It's going to give it to us in just a second. There we go. All right, so it looks like we've got port 445, SMB. We've got LDAP. Oh, look, we've got Kerberos. Okay, shows the host, NineTail. OS is Windows. Let's see, SMB2. Alright, so it doesn't really look like we're going to need to mess around too much with the SMB shares. Let's see, we're going to dig in a little bit further with our Nmap scan and just see what these specific ports are for. We got port 88, 135, 389, which is our LDAP, and then 445, which is our SMB. So let's see what this does. Okay, so this just lets us know that we are, let's see, Active Directory. That's interesting. Probably gonna end up using LDAP and Kerberos most of the time here. So let's do an LDAP search. Space X H. We're gonna type in the IP here. We're gonna grep naming context. See. The first one we get is our DC here, NineTail, and DC Hack the Box, which is definitely what we are looking for. All right, so let's search through the information we can get from this one right here. We're going to use LDAP search again, -B, and I'll go through more towards the end of this and give you a little bit more explanation of what the -Bs and -S, -X, those things are for the LDAP search. I can also do an Nmap cheat sheet as well and show you what those commands are for. But for now, I'm just going to run through this and show you how this works. EC equals NineTail. C equals HTTP. Oops. Quotes on there. -X -H 129.16-5. All right, and as you can see, it gives us a whole bunch of information here. Actually, what I'm going to do is open this up just so we can see all of it. It doesn't really look like that's much of anything. Start going through here, you start seeing things like administrator for users. So let's see if we can find something. Oh, here we go. This is very standard hack the box right here. Pwn meow users NineTail hack the box. So this is definitely something that we want. It's going to give us the most information there. Okay, so we're probably going to have to do some password cracking here, is the thing. So I'm going to set up the RockU word list. So let's go like this. What that does is specifically gives me passwords with 7 characters. Rep on a few commands here, so that way we don't search through the entire thing. We're just going to do that for a few different things here. We're going to put this into a file called pass list. See what happens. Yeah, screwed up on you there. Do this to check and see how much we got, and it looks like we ended up with 404,000 passwords, which is fine. Right, so from here we're going to need to use MSF console. Just going to wait a second for that to come together. There we go. All right, so we're going to search for SMB login explodables. So let's go search SMB login. And it looks like we did get one. Auxiliary scanner, SMB login check scanner. All right. More than likely, we're going to have to switch up a few things so that way we can actually use this. Because every time we go to use one of these things, we actually need to point it at the specific target that we're going to be using. So we're going to set our R hosts to the target that we have here. That's good. And then we're going to set our pass list, pass file to the pass list that we created. And then we'll set the SMB user to hone meow, which is the user that we found earlier. And then we just run this. Oh, hey, it looks like we found a password already. That was pretty quick. So this next part, I actually had to ask the teacher on how to do this because for some reason I was getting an error. So I'm just going to explain it to you like he explained it to me. We're going to exit from here. Let's go like this. Clear up everything so we have this. We needed to do this in order to get the next part to work. Install NTP date. Looks like that's going just fine. It had something to do with like latency time or something like this. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was something that was happening and wouldn't allow me to run a certain command that I'll show you here in a second. And doing these two commands, the sudo apt-get install ntp date, and then this next one here. This one should help us with the command that I was about to do. Alright, now see there was an offset here of seconds. I'm not sure what that means again. I'd have to ask my teacher, but this offset here wouldn't allow me to do the impacket command that I needed to do in order to find our next part of the box here. So hold on a second, let me type this in. We got ourselves a Kerberos ticket right here. Next thing we're going to do is copy this whole thing. Go this into a file. Let's quote svc.txt. Actually run John the Ripper against this hash here with the Kerberos ticket that we ended up getting, so we can get the password that we need in order to enter the box. And yeah, on word list equals /user. One password. Right here. You can see this. This is our password. We can even double check that actually by going like this. Everything after the colon, that's our password. So what we're going to do next is use evil winrm so we can create a shell to the box and user itself. Q is pwn meow pwn, and then we got to use svc after. Let's see, dash p. This right here is going to be our password. Close that, and then we press enter. And it looks like it worked. All right, we can ls here, and it looks like we don't get anything, so cd back to pwn meow. And then generally, when you want to look for something, it's on the desktop. So what we're going to do, like the user text is what I'm talking about. So cd into there, and there it is. User.txt am. We end up with our user file. user text file. Okay. From here, normally what we would end up doing is going over to what you can search for is the administrator directory. So we end up going back to the users directory, and you can see that there's administrator, public, pwn meow, the NineTail pwn meow svc. And then from here, it would usually be as easy as going like this, cd administrator, but it won't let us in. Oh, it's also because I spelled that one wrong. So it'll let us in, but then if you try to look at the files of administrator, we actually get denied. And I'm not really too sure what any of this is. I was able to look up a couple of different things, and I did try a couple of different things to try and allow the file path to find the root text, but it's just I'm not sure. Honestly, this is a little bit beyond me. Both of us actually, and so we found the user text, and that is right now as far as we're able to get on the NineTail box. Thanks.